What's your take on Bioshock Infinity? Dude, I feel like a lot of people were too down on Bioshock Infinity. It had a lot of ludonarrative dissonance that was a real issue. I'm not denying that. But I honestly, you know what? I honestly think the game was fun and you bop around. Oh, Infinite, not Infinity. You bop around and you bip and you bop. The ending was booty juice? Wrong. The ending to Bioshock Infinite was Pog. The bit right before the ending was dog shit. Dude, okay. The ending for Bioshock Infinite was emotionally impactful and I enjoyed it very much. The problem is that the bit before the ending... So, to give you guys a basic summary, spoilers, 10-year-old game, blah blah. Basically what happens is, the whole game, you're in basically like white supremacist Disneyland. That's the area you're in. White supremacist Disneyland. That's the zone. And, oh, hey. Hey. Oh. And, they fucking hate black people there. Holy shit, they hate them. And, there's an underground group of resistance called the Vox Populi, and they're basically like the working class, like, socialist type. They wave red flags, they wear, like, red French bonnets. Oh yeah, in the first 30 minutes of the game, you're prompted into throwing a baseball at an interracial couple. Yeah, that's the beginning of the game. They're being publicly, like, humiliated, and they just hand you a baseball to throw at them. Of course, you don't throw it. Well, I think you actually can, but you're not supposed to. It's good if you don't. Yeah, you can throw it at the announcer, too. Yeah, they were gonna be stoned to death and stuff. Yeah. You can, but it gets stopped. Probably for the best. Oh, anyway, the thing... Okay. The thing I was trying to say was, so basically, you're in white supremacist Disneyland, and the whole game you're being alluded to the existence of this Vox Populi, which is like a socialist, aestheticized resistance movement. I don't think they're actually socialist. I just think they come off that way. And they're heroic and great and everything. And then, in the final, like, quarter of the game, in, like, the very close to the end, you do some crazy, weirdo dimension hopping shit. And essentially... For some reason, they go from treating you as their ally because you've been killing all these white supremacists to treating you as their enemy for some super arbitrary reason. It's like, you betrayed us because you didn't die? No, that's actually what happened. Basically, you go dimension hopping and you, Jack, hop into a dimension where you have previously died. And then there, in that dimension, the Vox Populi leader, who's a black woman, says, the Jack who died was a hero. I don't know who the fuck you are, but... yeah, you're not supposed to be here. And they just start killing you. Yeah. And Booker DeWitt, not Jack, sorry. That's the first game. Yeah, they're like, you ain't the Booker I knew. And then, yeah, because in that universe, he was a martyr, and the martyrdom was part of their propaganda scheme. So him being alive fucks that up. Anyway, I know the DLC retconned it, but they only did that because of public pressure. Let me fucking finish. So anyway, the Vox Populi go fucking hog crazy trying to kill you, and you slaughter hundreds of these, like, revolutionary freedom fighters who were apparently led to believe that you were a martyr who died to save their revolution. Like they just start killing you and attacking you. Like, there's no moral ambiguity. You can't not kill them. You start slaughtering all these revolutionaries who were supposed to love you, who, in their universe, you are their martyr. And eventually, you come across the leader of the revolution, who's, again, a black woman. She's, like, young, and she's, like, I don't know, cool. And she's winning the revolution, and she captures the child of one of the, like, horrible, like, CEO white supremacists, basically. And the child's like 4. Okay, this isn't like an 18-year-old. This is like a 4-year-old. And then the leader of this, like, revolutionary anti-racist, anti-supremacist movement starts, like, going full fucking murder crazy. She's like, if you wanna change everything, you gotta get him out. You gotta get him to the roots. Or, like, holy fuck, it was like crazy shit. Like some like weird out of nowhere. She was reasonable the whole game, but she loses her shit. And then right before she kills this fucking 4-year-old kid, Elizabeth, your companion throughout the game, stabs her in the back. Yeah. And this is treated as a moment of maturity for Elizabeth. And later she cuts her hair and she wears a dress that shows more tits, and, like, ooh, she's a woman now. And oh god. And then the DLC happens and they make it even fucking worse, okay? Because I'm not stupid and I can read retcon bullshit like when it's being put in front of me, okay? Basically, the DLC showed that actually there were groups of trans-dimensional beings that communicated with the leader of the Vox Populi beforehand, and they were like, if Elizabeth and Booker are to survive the future, they will need to mature. And what's the difference between a girl and a woman? And then the rebellious leader says, blood. Like, okay, so in order to make Elizabeth more mature, she has to murder me, and the way I'm gonna get her to murder me is by attempting to kill a 4-year-old boy in front of her, which I hope will lead to her sneaking up behind me. Like, I don't get eyes on her when she approaches me. She sneaks up behind me. So I'm going to just threaten this boy, and then she'll appear behind me and kill me, and that'll make her mature enough in order to face the trials ahead. And the only reason they did that is because they wanted to, like, retcon them making the Vox Populi leader look like a lunatic. I honestly think it made it worse. It was such an obvious retcon, and it's so sloppily explained. You know what I honestly would have preferred? Like, legitimately, you know what I honestly would have preferred? If the leader of the Vox Populi had actually just gone crazy in that universe. What if in the DLC they just explained that one of the trans-dimensional qualities of that universe that they hopped into was that there were just chromatic or chronal, sorry, not chronal, chronological aberrations that were fucking with people's head, and it legitimately just made her more crazy. I think that actually would have been better. I think that would have been way more reasonable. Yeah. Yeah, like them hopping between dimensions fucks everything up, yeah. Please talk about the ending. The ending's too fucking complicated. The ending of Bioshock Infinite was great. What are your thoughts on the first Bioshock? The first Bioshock was a masterpiece. Anyway, I still do like, what about Bioshock 2? Never played Bioshock 2. Sorry, I've always meant to. I tried to play it once, but the installation fucked up, and there was some really weird frame rate issue, or like mouse acceleration glitch that I couldn't fix while playing it on Steam. I think the Steam version of Bioshock 2 is fucked. I might have to get it off like GOG or something. Oh yeah, the moral binary system in Bioshock is and always has been really, really stupid. Another issue with Bioshock Infinite is that Another issue of Bioshock Infinite is that there were elements of the gameplay that were really carefully constructed in Bioshocks 1 and 2 that they just kind of threw in there. Like tonics, for example, where they're called plasmids in the original Bioshock. In Bioshock, like 1, plasmids were essential to like the entire lore of Rapture. It's like critical. It fits in there like a jigsaw puzzle piece. But then in Bioshock Infinite, they're just kind of there.